He is actually Flemish, but he worked in Rome. This artist here became extremely wealthy because he was very well known in the religious areas, in the wealthy areas, and he did a lot of massive paintings. He actually had a lot of artists underneath of him completing things before he would come in and do the final touches. So a lot of these paintings, a lot of other artists touched, but he would do the designs, he would come in and finalize a lot of the pieces. Alright? What we see here, especially with Baroque, you're going to see with him curves. I want you to kind of look at everything in there. Does it have curves? And I want you to try and look at through these pieces, does he have a straight line? His theory was there should be no straight line in the human body. No straight line in the human body. That was his theory. Kind of creepy, right? Okay. Dramatic lighting, you see that? I don't even know what's going on. Someone has grapes. I don't know. Very, very large pieces. He worked on a massive scale. Absolutely massive scale. This isn't the greatest photo. Very much realistic. He also punched the colors a little bit more than Caravaggio. But this right here is an older piece. This is after Christ was crucified. He was taken out from the cross. This is at least the height of this room. At least. Okay? Very extremely large pieces. As you can tell, here are some of his. These are all his in one big room in the Louvre in Paris. Kind of sat there for a couple hours just kind of looking at all these. This is kind of nuts. But to do all these massive paintings, he had to have other artists drawing them out for him. And then he would finish them. To show his skill, he showed an artist with a bunch of other famous art pieces in it. So kind of one of those like, well, I can do any of this stuff. And showed it in perspective. Okay, this is called Daniel in the Lion's Den. Does anyone know the story of Daniel?
Do you break the law?
Okay. Yeah. This guy named Daniel, he basically fled his country, went into this king's country, and he was basically a prophet because God talked to him. And he told the king a lot of things. He's like, hey, you know, you need to save up your grain for 7 years because there's going to be a famine for 7 years. And it happened. And the king was like, oh my gosh, this guy is totally wiser than I'll get out. So this king absolutely loved Daniel, even though he didn't worship the same God as the king. And all of the king's buddies, the smart people, were like, dude, this guy is we hate him. The king loves him, we hate him, we need to get rid of him. And they tried to find fault in him, but they couldn't. He was a really, really good guy. And they're like, okay, let's come up with a plan. Let's do something about his God, because he prays 3 times a day. Let's make something like that. So they go up to the king. Hey, king, we got this sweet idea. All right, you're king, you're God. We should have like this festival where for 30 days straight, no one can pray to you, or pray to their God, but they have to pray to you. All right, does that sound cool? And you have to swear by it, by the law, so no matter what you say, that person has to be put to death. And he was like, oh, that's a sweet idea. I like it. Done, signed, boom. So then once that was happening, the buddies, the Pharisees, went up to basically Daniel and they saw him and they came to the king, hey king, you said, you know, no one could pray. And your buddy Daniel over here, he's doing it, dude. And you swore by the law. So the king was just like, no! And he had to throw him into the lion's den. And basically right before he threw him into the lion's den, he said, Daniel, if your God is true, he will save you. So this is that moment as he's being thrown in. That's Daniel in the lion's den. Come the next morning, the king woke up eagerly, rolled away the rock from the cave, found him still alive. And then he basically threw all those guys, sadly their family and children, into the den of the lion's den. Sad little part to there. But anyway, this is Daniel in the lion's den. Very, very beautiful painting, one of my favorite paintings. Just to think of how he did the lines. Do you think they had a pet lion that he could go up and draw every day? No. I mean, he had to have an imagination and know how are the muscles going to be. That's the extremely difficult part. You may have the imagination, but to portray it realistically, that takes a lot of genius in there. Okay? A lot of work. Again, very dramatic pieces.
It's a lot of red.
What's that?
That was a lot of red.
Yeah. Very much his color scheme in this one. Oh, this dude. Okay. This is a Greek myth. Oh, I'm forgetting half of it. But this dude pissed off one of the gods, so the god was like, screw you. I'm going to tie you to the top of this mountain, and every single day I'm going to have my pet eagle, dude, come over here, peck at your side, and eat out your liver. And then just to make matters worse, I'm going to make your liver grow back in a day, and he's going to come back the next day and pick at you again. And that will go on forever. So this is him getting his liver eaten out every single day by that eagle. Talk about liver worse. Alright, Peter Paul Rubens. What you need to know. He created paintings alive with drama and technical figure drawings. He created paintings with drama and technical figure drawings. It was very technical. Extremely technical. Created paintings alive with drama and technical figure drawings. His time period was right around 1600 as well. 1630s is actually his more time period. Again, Baroque, very, very much about the lighting, about the drama, about the curves. Very curvy. Here's the image I'm going to show you. So, how do we remember this? We used to have one way, right? Kind of like this new way we started it last year. One way was, have you ever heard of the Reuben sandwich? Like a Reuben sandwich? The lions are really hungry and he's the Reuben sandwich. Okay? Or I like to think of it as, this guy's name is Peter. And this, wait, yeah. This guy's name is Peter. This guy's name is Paul. And this is little Ruby. Actually, no, this is little Ruby. He's really very sleepy. So, Peter, Paul, and little Ruby. Okay? So Peter, Paul, and little Ruby. Right? So Peter, Paul, Rubens. Or Peter, Paul, little Ruby. Okay? Anyway. That is Peter, Paul, Rubens. Peter, Paul, Rubens, Baroque. Next artist, we'll get one more in.